Mic check. All right, YouTube, what's happening? This is session number 3 of the 18 trade series. I have two trades to show y'all today, right? All right, so at 11:08, I took a loan right here from 74.59, right? TP1 hit, TP2 hit. I sent TP3 for 75.02, I believe. Yeah, it was 75.02. So I had my target was pretty high up here. Obviously, we never hit that. TP2 came back around and hit my stop. So that's fine. All right. And trade number 4 we got over here. I took this from the break retest of magenta right here. As you can see, it's a beautiful break retest right here. Actually, I took it from this break. The magenta broke right here. I took the retest right here. I believe my stop was, let's see. My stop, there was a teal algo here earlier. Probably reconstructed things, but there was a teal algo here earlier, but my stop was at teal. Obviously, we never hit it. This trade with about 20 points in profit, right? Now, let's check it out. We had a swing low right here at 39. Again, I was swinging hard. I was looking for this 100-point dip down here at, here I'll show you. If we could break 74.21.50, and if you're watching this tonight, you can use this information to help you trade, to help your trading tomorrow. If we break this 74.21 right here, we got a straight shot down to about $73.44, $73.45. I've been watching the market all night, you know, looking at it. And look, I'm kind of going off subject, but showing y'all what I'm looking at for tomorrow. When the market opened back up at 5, right? We came down. We hit the 74.21 mark. Then we retraced and went back up. And it looks like, well, we're a little bullish now, but this is still what I'm watching for tomorrow, the 74.21 mark. Because like I said, it's 100 points under here. So anyway, back to trade 4, right? Trade 4, I took 2 micros, right? Probably should have went a little bit more, but I didn't like the distance right here. I didn't like the risk to reward. But anyway, it worked. It sold off. Sold off down to about 74.30. I took no profit, y'all. I think that was a mistake, because that's the second time this actually happened today. So if I would have took profit, if I would have took TP3, like I said, TP1 and TP2 got hit on trade 3, but if I would have took profit right here at this swing high, around the 71, that would have been about 12 points on that move. And I could have easily took profit right here at about 39. It would have been about 12 points to that move, so it would have been about 24 points altogether. I would have done around 360, 370 for the day. But instead, the day ended up being a scratch, because in addition to these 2 trades, I also had a generated error, right? Where I was thinking about getting a long and I ended up getting in, but it was an error. It was just an operating error. I tried to cancel the trade before I got filled, but I got filled. I got in and lost. So I'm not gonna count that towards the trade count, you know. But that left me with being $9 in profit because of the error. If it wasn't for the error, I'd be about $90 in profit. So let's take a look at it, right? Like I said, this is session 3. And alright, so what I want. Alright, my edge. That's the account that we're tracking for 18 trades. Alright. So this was session 3 with just $8.86 in profit. Like I said, if it wasn't for the error, it'd be about $90 in profit. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. This is session number 3. We got shade 3 and 4 in. This is my win. This is my trade win percentage, 66.67 at the moment. This is my average win and loss, 0.55. Average winner, $23.77. Average loser, $43.11. And a profit factor of 1.1. That's where we're at after 4 trades. It sounds pretty boring. Doesn't look like much is going on. It's like I'm just pretty much flat right now. But I'm telling you, things can change in a day. And if you trade for real, you know. I know these numbers don't sound all exciting and all that. And it's probably not a lot to gawk at. But you gotta imagine, right? Had I took profit on time for trade 3 and trade 4 today, which I just been swinging too hard for the fences, right? I think I've been swinging too hard for the ranges, so I'm gonna focus on base hits a little bit more tomorrow, next session, or whenever I trade again. And think about it, guys. I would have made at least 180 on trade 3, and I could have made about 200 on trade 4, right? Altogether, that would have been about $380. You know, most jobs that you work don't pay you $380 a day, right? Now, let's say I pass all these combines, right? I got one XFA. Y'all see that, right? Express XFA, 50K Express. So I know what I'm doing. That's the only reason that I'm trading down right now. That I'm trading micros, because I'm in my Express account. See, when I get in my Express account, I build it up, you know, with micros first. This time we got the whole thing documented. So I got these 4 combines. Now, I get 5 combines. I get 5 XFAs, that is, and I make 300 and what was that? $380 in one day? That's 380 times 5. You know? 380 times 5, that's a $1,900 day. That's excellent money for one day. So stay tuned. I think things are going to get a lot more interesting. You know, in the future, we got to trade 4. This is session number 3. And like, comment, and subscribe. Join me for the lives in the morning, you know, and chime in, participate. I'm not saying that I know it all. I'm not saying that I'm a guru, but I am a pretty damn good trader. And if you want to understand these algos, which give me precision entries and exit, right? They really help out my entries. You got to check it out during the day. So like, comment, subscribe, join this community. Let's study trading psychology together. I'll teach you the algos. And believe me, I got a lot to teach, man. These algos are the keys to the market. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out that live. You know, check out the live. I'm usually live about 8:30s on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe, family. I'll see you later. Peace and love. Have a great, blessed night. And remember, put nothing before your peace. Protect your peace at all costs. Stay peaceful. Trade safe. Peace and love, y'all.